Section 1.4 has to do with writing linear equations. We graph the linear equations in 1.3, and 1.4 is about putting them in equation form. Sometimes you got to take that information about a line and you have to put it in the right spot in the equation to show how that line is graphed. So if we want to write it in slope-intercept form, remember slope-intercept form is y is equal to mx plus b. So if they tell me the slope of the line and they tell me the y-intercept, I very easily just plug the slope in for the m, the y-intercept in for the b. So the equation of this line is y is equal to 3/4 x plus 7. Sometimes it's not as clear-cut as that. Like this next one, it tells me the slope of the line is 6 and it passes through this point. So I know the m is equal to 6. I do not know the b. So we went through all these steps before. The first step was plug in the slope. So I'm going to go y is equal to 6x plus b. The second step is to plug in the x and the y values. Here's my x, here's my y. So y is -3, x is 1. Okay, my third step is solve for the b. So I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides and I'm going to get b is equal to -9. And my fourth step is put the slope value and the y-intercept value, which is the same thing as b, back into the equation. Go back into y equals mx plus b. So y equals, the m value is 6. Don't forget to put the x there. And the b value up here is -9. So that is the equation of the line that has a slope of 6 and passes through the point 1, -3. Sometimes they give you 2 points that it passes through and they don't give you the slope. So the very first thing you have to do is you have to use the slope formula to find the slope. So I have the difference in the y's over the difference in the x's. That's going to give me a -7 over a -2. So the slope here is 7 over 2. So now I do the exact same thing that I was just doing. First thing I do is I plug in the slope. So I have y is equal to 7 over 2x plus b. The second thing I do is I plug in one of these x's or y's. It doesn't matter which one I use. I am going to use, it doesn't really matter. I think I'll use this one because I think it'll come out easier. So I have 9 is equal to 7 over 2 times 7 plus b. And now I have to solve. So now I have 9 is equal to 49 over 2 plus b. I'm going to solve for b. So I'm going to go 9 minus 49 over 2. And it's going to give me a -15.5. And so that's going to be my b. And then my last step, of course, is to put in the slope in the slope position and put the b in the b position. Now if you wanted to make that into a mixed numeral, you could, or if you wanted to make that into a fraction, you could. Okay? All right, sometimes they give you information like, oh, okay, or come up with the equation that has a y-intercept of 4 and an x-intercept of 2. Well, technically, they just gave you 2 points, because y-intercept of 4 means you have 0, 4, because remember the y-intercept always has a 0x. The x-intercept always has a 0y. So those are the 2 points that this is describing right here. Then I go back and do the same thing I did up there. So I can find the slope. The slope is 4 minus 0 over 0 minus a negative 2. So it's 4 over 2, or 2. So first step, plug in the slope. Second step, plug in the points. It doesn't matter which points you use. Let's just use the first one. So 4 is equal to 2 times 0 plus b. Very quickly then, we find out that b is equal to 4. And then I plug back in the slope and the y-intercept. So I have a negative, or a positive 2 plus the 4. So that would be the equation of the line that has the y-intercept of 4 and the x-intercept of negative 2. All right, your homework on this is page 30, 11 through 22 all.